I've been using study.com for 1 week. And I've kind of finished my first class and kind of didn't. I'll show you guys in a second. But I wanted to give you an update video because I told you I would give you an update video once I did my first class. And so let's talk about it. This is probably a class, by the way, that most of you are not going to take. And I'll tell you why. So for me, if you guys don't already know, I plan on attending WGU in January. Basically, I'm using study.com and Sophia Learning to earn college credit that I can transfer over to skip a bunch of classes for WGU. And one of those classes, that specific class, is called Cyber Defense and Countermeasures. And basically, what you have to do at WGU is, in order to pass that class, you actually have to pass an external exam called the CompTIA CySA Plus. I think that's what it's called. And I have no interest in taking that exam. I think if you're brand new in your career and you're trying to get new certifications and trying to learn, it's an excellent certification to get, and you should probably just go for it. But for me, I just wanted to get past the class as fast as possible. So study.com has a class called the Computer Science 331 Cybersecurity Risk Analysis Management. And I used that class to basically bypass the requirement for WGU for me to have to take the CompTIA CySA Plus. And so let's talk about that class. I'm going to show you guys some stuff on study.com, just in case you're interested in using study.com. And I'll talk about where I'm at and kind of what my plans are from there. So yeah, let's just go ahead and go in and I can show you everything. So first of all, this is the study.com's website. I am not logged in as myself. So everything I'm showing you, you can actually just go directly to the website and you can see it yourself. So this is the class that I took. I started this class last Monday, and I basically finished this class on Sunday. And what I mean when I say basically is I mean that I have submitted everything that I'm supposed to submit, but I technically I won't get my score back yet. So let me just run through this because I can actually show you a lot of great stuff here. So the grading policy, basically you have to earn a total of 210 points to pass the class. That means you can get 100 points from quizzes, 100 from assessments, and 100 from the proctored exam. So I'm going to go through all of these super fast, and then I'll kind of tell you how it goes from there. So let's talk about the quizzes because I can actually show you. It says that you have 3 attempts for each quiz. The main thing here is that unlike Sophia, if you know about Sophia, my other videos talk about Sophia, but the main thing with Sophia is that you take you answer a question. If you get it wrong, they'll give you a different question and you can try again. With study.com, that's not the case. Study.com is very easy. So let me just go to the overview. So down here in the bottom, it outlines all the chapters, all the sections, all the quizzes. And what I want to show you is I'm going to show you this. So this is the very first quiz that you take, or very first lesson that you take. And I'm going to click on it, have it muted. So I'm just going to show you a few seconds of this. Again, I'm not logged in, so you can actually see this yourself. It won't show you the entire video, but it'll kind of give you an example of what the video looks like. And so you basically sit through, you watch the video, and then you click on the quiz up here, and you take the quiz. And the way that it works is it says here that it's one of 3 questions. The actual quizzes, from what I saw, are anywhere between like 5 to 7 questions, but they look just like this. You have a question, you have 1 of 4 answers. The crazy thing about study.com is when you finish the quiz, it'll tell you what you got right and what you got wrong. For the questions that you got wrong, it'll tell you what the answer is, and then you have 2 more tries to answer the exact same questions that it just gave you correct, but it already gave you the answer. So it's actually really, really easy to get 100 on all of the quizzes. There's no reason why you should not get 100. The big thing is, though, and it's important to note, here I have 98 quizzes for this particular class, but the classes can vary. I was looking at the other classes. Some of them are, I think the smallest is like 85 or 86 quizzes. And the biggest one I saw was like 140 something. So While it may not seem like it's going to take a long time to do these quizzes, the quizzes take hours and hours and hours. And the reason why is because, yeah, it's 98 quizzes that are broken up into 5 to 7 questions, and you can get through the questions quickly, but you have a lot of questions to do. I mean, let's think about if you have 100 quizzes, each quiz is 5 questions, that's over 500 questions, and you most likely have over 500 between the combination of 5 to 7 questions that you do with the quizzes. So yeah, it's a lot of quizzes. It's going to take you a long time to do it. However, it's basically free credit. You just got to spend a crazy amount of time on that. So that's how the quizzes work. The second part, if I go back to the syllabus here, second part is the assessment. I'll talk about the assessment in just a minute. I want to talk about the proctored exam first, because the proctored exam is actually the next thing that I did. So the quizzes require you to, just basically go through and do every quiz. And then the proctored exam, the proctored exam is different. So you can't take the proctored exam at all until you have finished all of the quizzes. So that kind of sucks, but that's the way it is. But there's a really, really good thing about the proctored exam. And it's the fact that it's not a live proctored exam. And what I mean by that is you can take the proctored exam any day, anytime, it doesn't matter. I took it sitting right here at this desk. I have 3 monitors, so to be safe, I took 2 of the monitors off the desk. I also got a TV over there. I took that away. Yeah, I just sat down and took it. So what'll happen is there's a piece of software that you have to install. You'll install the software. It'll have you take your webcam and show the entire room as well as your desk. And then after that, it records you while you take the exam. And then when you finish taking the exam, it will immediately give you a grade, but it also tells you that it can take up to 2 weeks before your grade is finalized, because it recorded you while you were taking the test, but somebody has to actually watch that video. So it can take up to 2 weeks, which is also the reason why this class is technically not done, even though I've already submitted. I don't know where my phone's at. Sorry about that. But even though I have already submitted all the information, the class isn't done yet. But I just wanted to let you guys know that that's what the proctored exam is. It wasn't a really hard proctored exam, but just know that, you do have to get recorded. I looked at a lot of other classes for study.com. Every single one of them has a proctored exam. So yeah, just know that that's a thing. So with that being said, let's get back to the final one. So I did the quizzes first, then I did the proctored exam, and then there's the assessment. All right, the good thing about this, I can actually show you the assessment. So if we go here, it tells you about the grading, it tells you what you have to do, and then under assessments, if you click right here, it'll actually take you to the actual assessment. This is the assessment. So this particular class only requires 1 assessment. I looked at some of the other classes. Some of them have 2 assessments, some have 3, some have 0. This one has 1. With this particular assessment, I can only show you like to here. Any further from here, and I have to log into my account, so I don't want to do that because I don't want to expose more than I'm allowed to expose, but it gives you enough information. It actually tells you right here what your assignment is, so I can tell you based on what this says. I had to write a 1,500 to 2,000 word essay about cybersecurity risk analysis. It gave me the scenario, it gave me information, and so just kind of talking about this real quick. So it wasn't that bad. And it was also horrible at the same time. And I'll tell you exactly why. The problem that I have is, so it took me probably an hour and a half to write the paper. Paper wasn't that difficult. I knew the material. I've been doing cybersecurity for a long time, so I was able to write it no problem, except for one part. And it's the fact that, it says in there that you have to like cite 3 different sources, and there's a specific way that you have to do it. And I'll be honest with you, this is the part that I'm struggling at with every single paper that I have to do. There's only one paper out of everything that I've done so far that didn't require me to like specifically cite stuff, and that was a narrative essay that I had to do. That one I could just write a story and I was good to go. But this one specifically wants you to do something very specific, and it says here, it says that you must use 3 other sources and cite them using MLA format. MLA format in general, not that difficult, but when it comes to like citing the sources and stuff, I struggled on this. So I told you, like, I'm not kidding you, man. It took me an hour and a half to write the entire essay. And then it took me like an additional like 4 hours to just cite 3 different sources. I'm so bad at citing things, and I seriously got to get this together because it's going to affect my other classes. I don't know why I'm struggling on that little part so much, but it's something I have to work on because, my God, I was so frustrated. That's the reason why I didn't make this video yesterday, because I was just frustrated trying to figure out this whole sources thing. I've watched videos on it. I have attended classes that have it. Even study.com gives you information about it. There's a video that tells you about it, and I just can't get it right. So that really sucked. But overall, like I said, that's where we are. So just kind of to get back here, I'll go back here to the whole grading thing. So that's what it was. So with this particular one, I got 100 on the quizzes. That was easy. I guess I won't tell you what I got on the Proctored exam, but I passed the Proctored exam. And look, you have to get a maximum of 210 points. So I got 100 for the quizzes. I got a great score with Proctored exam, which means I really only need a few points in order to pass the class, because you only need 210. So even though my assessment may have been cited kind of badly, I should still have everything that I need. The information should be there. And so what I'm waiting on is I'm just waiting on the results of the assessment, and I'm waiting on the final Proctored exam score. Once I get those two, the class will be finished, and then I can move on to the next thing. So that's it. I don't want this video to be super long. I just wanted you guys to know that, yeah, I completed a class. It did take a week. Now, I will say that I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do the other classes in a week. I honestly don't think that I'm going to, because, you know, again, some of them require 3 assessments. Some of them require other things. The Proctored exam can take up to 2 weeks, and it was written that the assessments can take 7 to 10 days as well. Not business days, regular days, but that's still, you know, a week or a little over a week. So it can take some time to get that stuff back. I plan on doing it like a more kind of a deep dive on study.com. In a future video, I'll probably just dedicate a video to just specifically talking about study.com and how it works, because there's a little bit more that's in there, especially when it comes to the way that you have to pay for study.com, because it's completely different than Sophia. But yeah, overall, I would say if you are brand new in your career, don't do this for this class. Just go ahead and study at WGU and get that CySA certification. It'll help you. You know, you'll really get to learn a lot more. I think cybersecurity in general is really good, no matter what area of security you want to get into. So it's worth you know, taking that class. But if you're like me and you're just trying to get this done as fast as possible, study.com is the way to go. The fact that I can do this in a week is great. Even with the knowledge and stuff that I have, I would not have been able to take the CompTIA CySA Plus in a week. It takes me at a like minimum like 2.5 weeks to study for an exam, but most exams that I've taken, as far as certifications go, they've taken me a couple months of studying. So yeah, that's it. Just wanted to give you guys an update. I'm not sure what class I'm going to do next. Maybe American history. I'm not sure. It's not going to be a class I'm super interested in, but yeah, the grind continues. So until my next video, you guys take care. And if you have any questions, let me know. Other than that, I'll give you another update video once I've knocked out a couple of study.com classes. I feel like I'm probably going to create a couple of other videos, not necessarily geared specifically towards my like WGU journey, before I upload another video for study.com, but we'll see. Until then, take care.